Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Let's continue where we left. Yes, we are about to create our entities. To better understand our base entity, let's create the entities as a normal way. Then I'm going to create the base entity. Okay, let's add class. So what we have here is the home page. Home page. Let's create all of them first. Then continue to add our properties. Add about us. Add service. Add category. Add portfolio. Add testimonial. Alright, add, what was the next one? What's the next one? Team contact social media. Team add contact add social media. Let's let's change the contact with the contact us. Click yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, okay. Yeah, all done. Now let's start with the about us. Control RG public. Let's clear them first. Control RG public. I'm just deleting unnecessary namespaces to keep my codes clean. They have to be public to reach them from other layers. Now we can add our properties easily. Okay, team testimonial public. Alright, Control S. Let's save it. Start with the about us. I'll start with the homepage. It's the first one. Okay, let's create that one. Not like that. Okay, perfect. Prop integer ID. Prop. I'm going to keep them all string. If you want, you can keep them datetime. Update date and Guys, I'm gonna use that raw version for the concurrency section. I'm gonna explain this property when it comes to we are catching our concurrency exceptions. So I'm just writing here for now, and I'm going to explain later. It's going to be byte, and the name is public. It should be public. Public byte raw version get and set. Okay, perfect. Public created date. Okay, there's a green line just under our properties. It is just telling us it might be null. So this is not an error, just warning us. But the create date is cannot be null because once we create our data, the created date going to be automatically. Okay. I'm going to change it later, but for now, I'm going to write here date, time, now. This is just for now. Alright, guys? Sorry. To string and D format. Okay. Updated date might be, yeah, nullable. So I can put your question mark and delete that yellow warning. Draw version is cannot be null, so I can write here not null. So continue with the about us. So is that about us? No, I'm doing home page. I was doing home page. Wow, how it can be possible? Come to the home page. Yep, it's alright. Header, description, video link, public, string, header, get set, public, string, title, and the video link. Oh, it's description. Description, and we have a video link. Video link. Okay. I'm not going to use null here, so it's not gonna be null. I'm going to add not null extension. Okay, perfect. Let's quit about us now. The next one is about us, right? Yep, correct. Let's copy and paste. Yeah, guys, you can see we are copying and pasting now. If you copy and paste some codes in your coding, there is a problem. You shouldn't copy and paste. You have to use some shortcuts, some clean codings, but not copy and paste. Now I'm doing a copy and paste, and this is not a good thing. Let's continue, and I'm gonna show you the base entity, how we can build it. Alright, header, description, clients, and we have what was the client? Do we have clients about us? Yeah, clients, yeah, we have this one. Projects. And how hours of support. Hard workers. Grants project, or hard workers. Yeah, this is going to be our file name and file types. We're going to add images. File, it's going to be, yeah, file name and file type. They're all going to be string. Yes, perfect. So, yeah, let's start the base entity now. I'm going to create here a class base entity, and do not use the same name with a folder, so it might conflict and there is an error messages somewhere in your project. So, and it sometimes it might be hard to find it. So what can we write here? let's let's keep it base entity, and I'm gonna change base entities. Let's change the namespace. Perfect. Let's make it public, and I'm going to add an interface. I'm adding this interface. Actually, I'm going to do this explanation later, but this is going to be a kind of label for our base entity. So just keep your mind like like label. In the future time, while I was creating our unit of work design pattern, I'm going to use our entities as a variable to add in our unit of work classes. So I'm going to add as a class plus as a base entity. So we cannot use inheritance for two classes. So one class and one interface. That's why I'm doing the interface here. You're going to understand when I start to create our unit of work design pattern. So base entity going to get inheritance from my base entity. Let's take our properties from here to this place, and we can delete this one. And we're not gonna use those anymore. Okay, but this base entity should be an abstract, and we're going to use virtual here. Okay, we are ready to use our base entity now. Before start, we forgot something, guys. We have to add reference to our project. So add project reference core layer, because entity going to use the core, repository going to use entity. So it's going like that. Yes, entity layers and service layer. Add going to use the repository, and UI page is going to use service layer as a reference. Yep, perfect. Save all, close all tabs. Let's continue now. Okay, we have now base entity, and we're going to use inheritance about us. We can use classy because we're just going to use one class, so we can bring base entity here. Now we add it. So how we can understand, do we add or not? Let's try to create a new base entity. Sorry, about us. About us. Test new. Yes, you can see the properties here. Yeah, see that, guys? ID, updated date. There's the created date, and the row version. All of them are here. So it means we are succeed. So we are going to add all of the other properties to other entities, and after we finish that one, we're going to request to rare. I'm going to do the V models when I need it, so I can teach you much more easily when it comes to use them. Let's see how many minutes we is it 13 minutes. Okay, let's finish to create our other entities, and then we can finish our lesson after all. Okay, the next one is service name description icon. They all going to be string. Let's take that one. What was the name? Service. Okay. The name description icon. Name description and icon. Base entity. Alright. The next one is category. Base entity. It just has a name, right? I'm gonna add relations after we finish our integrating our properties. Portfolio title, file name type here, portfolio, right? Yeah, prop string, and it's was it name? No, title. Title is not going to be string. Stream is going to be string. Okay, and it's not going to be null. Alright, let's after service portfolio command full name title. Let's copy that one. Um, testimonial, yeah. I'm going to use acted. I'm trying to switch my screen. Yeah, testimonial. Well, command full name. Command full name and title. They're not gonna be null. They're not gonna be null. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the team base entity inheritance. Copy and paste. What we have full name title. Full name. We already have full name here. Just delete it. Title. We should have image here. I forget to add images here. Yeah. Because team has images. Alright, no problem. Let's add social media. And these social medias can be null. That's why I'm using question mark here. Twitter. And delete that one. LinkedIn. Facebook and Instagram. And Instagram. All good. Let's go with the contact us. Base entity. Location email. Location email. Call map. And the social media. I'm gonna copy from here. Yep, perfect. And the social media. Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. All of them here, yeah. Okay, now let's see all entities one by one. About us. Perfect. So clients, projects, they not can be null. They have to be. They have to some data category. Yes, correct. Contact, homepage, portfolio, service, social media, team, testimonials. Perfect, lovely. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's see how many minutes we. Yes, 19 minutes. Okay. I'm going to add the relations as well. Then I'm gonna finish our lesson. Okay, so I'm going to use two types of relation here, one by one and one to many. I mean one to one and one to many. There is many to many, but I'm not gonna use here the many to many. once we start our API project, I'm gonna show how to use a many to many. So just do not worry and just keep watching my videos. Okay, about us. I'm going to control our social media from about us section. So I'm going to add one-to-one connection, I mean relation here. So social, first of all, public integer social media ID get set public social media public, yeah, and social, there is a suggestions, I'm gonna choose that one, social media, and it cannot be null. Just think about it. The properties can be null, but social media cannot be null. So well, it can be null anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to get rid of this yellow line like that. All right. We can have the social media with the properties equal null properties, but we should have the social media um entity anyway in our about us entity. Okay. So I'm going to add about us to social media, so it's going to be linked one to one connection, I mean relation, public int about us, about, oh sorry, no, I'm not gonna add the one, I'm gonna add the social media, yeah, I'm going to add about us about us here, yeah, okay, perfect. Yes. Now I'm going to add many to one to many. We add, yeah, category and portfolio has one to many. This is the logic. One category can have many project, right? Many portfolio. So I'm going to add here a list. What kind of list we're going to keep? Portfolio, right? Portfolio and portfolios. And it cannot be null again. It's not important thing. We're not going to add those lists to our database. But I'm just trying to keep my codes clean here. List portfolio and go to the portfolio. So it should have category information. Prop int category ID and category property. So obviously cannot be null again. Alright. I want to share you a quick tip, guys. If you are using Entity Framework Core, alright, if you use an ID here, like we use in our base entity framework, select this property and assign it as a primary unique ID, okay? So if you would like to use another property as an ID, as identical, so you have to do your settings manually. So if you want the EF core do everything automatically, just write ID here. So EF core going to choose that property and assign it as a primary key, okay? So if a property name and there is an ID tag here, so like the social media ID, so EF core recognize it's a foreign key. So if you would like to choose another name, another kind of template for the names. You have to do your settings in the setting area. I'm gonna show them how you do the settings anyway. But I'm using the default templates while I was creating our entities. This is important, guys. If you skip the information, if you write any name without any settings, so EF Core doesn't recognize your properties and you cannot do your connections and relationships between your entities. Alright guys, let's finish this lesson here, and let's continue with the repository layer with the other lesson. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.